introduce you to some of my classmates. We are the Tech Dudes, a class made up of kids who all have learning disabilities. But you soon see, even we are not the same.
I'm Jacob. I also have a learning disability, but my writing is pretty good if I do say so myself. My learning disability means that I have trouble focusing, I tend to daydream, and I don't like writing much. But I have trouble spelling the complicated words that come to my brain. I also have less control over my impulse, but
I am Nicholas. I have a learning disability. It makes me difficult to write. I have trouble organizing ideas. I flip my letters, and my spelling is terrible. And no one can read my writing, but my ideas will blow you away.
I'm Tyler. My learning disability is sometimes frustrating, so I doodle. I sometimes don't get what you're asking me, but if you show me in another way, I will get it.
Hi, I'm Connor. My learning disability means I need a bit more time for my brain to understand what you are asking. I might also need more time to organize my brain to understand your questions, but I sure got answers.
Hi, I'm Justin. My learning disability means that my brain is on overload. I have trouble reading and writing and staying focused. I sometimes lose my things, and I'm often late, and I forget things in my locker. But I think more thoughts by 9 a.m. than most people probably do all day.
And you all know me, I'm Zach. Sometimes I have a hard time talking with other people. They don't get what I want, and I get angry. In class, it's sometimes hard to work with others who don't get what I'm talking or saying. Hi, this is a group of my friends. Can you tell who has a learning disability? You can't tell someone has a learning disability just by looking at them. Okay, guys, so who has a learning disability? So a learning disability sometimes means
reading is tough,
Writing is tough.
remembering can be tough,
focus isn't our strength.
we might get frustrated.
we might forget, we might be disorganized.
We're often be late.
But doesn't
this
happen
to you?
But the big difference is, this happens to you, rarely, but happens to us every day.
So what's the guy to do?
There are lots of ways to live with that learning disability. You don't have to suck it up, Buttercup. But the biggest difference in our life is
Kurzweil!
With Kurzweil in the classroom, everybody's able to work the best they possibly can, and the results would absolutely amaze you.
Thank you for learning about a learning disability. Have a good day.
Thanks, Kurzweil.
Thanks, Kurzweil.
Okay, so when we got together in September, I asked the tech dudes, what are you interested in reading? And my answer was?
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
So I asked, what books have you read in the past? Have you ever done a book report? Okay, let's go to the library and pick something you think you'd like to read during independent reading time. Okay, let's go to the library and pick something you can read during independent reading time.
This is so humiliating. I was supposed to be in grade 5 and 6.
So we began our year trying to read tech dude style. We started with shared read-alouds.
Oh, this is the book we're doing in Shared Read Aloud right now. It's called Hatchet. Shared Read Aloud is where every kid gets a part in the book and we talk it out like we're acting it, and the teacher's the narrator.
And now we began a shift to Kurzweil assisted reading.
Kurzweil assists my reading by scanning, using Kurzweil printer, and reading back to me.
And now the tech dudes actually read independently for fun. I've actually received emails from parents who are shocked because these are the books they're reading now. And they're still tackling reading when they're inside an integrated classroom.
And reading in an integrated classroom is tough for me because some words are still tricky, but that's where my computer comes in handy. I just had to scan it into Kurzweil and then listen to it. It's too difficult for me.
And even though we use technology, we do book reports the same as any other classroom.
This is a book we're reading. It's called A Kid, and it's about a boy getting bullied, and the people in the school are trying to decide if they should help the bully or if they should stick with the kid and stand up.
So we created a book report, only we had a small twist on the book report. We used our technology.
We used our laptops to make a movie.
And this is what we produced. Okay, so we're experiencing a lot of success with our reading with our computers, but we still receive a lot of common complaints. We'll hear things like, if you rely on those computers, aren't you giving up on learning how to read?
Actually, I have improved on my reading, and that is 3 things: voice notes, word prediction, and Kurzweil reading back to me.
but you'll never improve this way.
Actually, I am improving because the words are still tricky for me. My teacher puts them into a voice off so I can know how to say them properly and how to say them.
A teacher might say, don't use your computer, use your brain.
My brain is always working. If computers are so easy to use, how come teachers can't use them, huh?
You don't need to cheat for this one.
I'm using skills that I'll use for the rest of my life.
So we're feeling good about our reading. We know it's working for us, but we actually collected hard data to prove that this is actually so. You'll see in front of you some data that reflects the tech dudes. There were 8 tech dudes at the beginning of September. If their scores are not here, that's because they were either at grade level for the reading to begin with, or they've left the program. But if you take a look at the scores, you can see advancements. Things like September PM benchmarks of 16 moved to an April benchmark of 30, and fluency levels from 41 words per minute with 93% accuracy to 62 words a minute with 96% accuracy. Overall, all of our benchmark scores have gone up, in some cases as high as 10 benchmarks, and our accuracy and fluency have also gone up. We have participated with an interactive computer-based reading program this year, and in order to advance the levels, you must answer comprehension quizzes, and the students have moved through their levels. Nicholas?
I started on level L and now I'm on level T.
I started on L and now I'm on P.
I started on L and now I'm on W.
I started on L and I'm on T.
So overall, we're feeling really good about our reading. But there was still writing to tackle in September, and whenever I mentioned the subject writing, so we started talking about why that was.
Really don't know what to do.
Don't know how to get started.
Can't spell anyway.
Gotta get it done as fast as I can.
So we started doing something called Mrs. Faulkner's rainbow writing. Zachary? What we did was we took some basic criteria for every piece of writing and we color-coded it using our Kurzweil. So with the Kurzweil highlighters, every time we study something, we'd study the format and we'd highlight our format in green just to make sure that it's an easy way to get started. We know exactly where to start each assignment and we can double check that it's written properly. We found 2 simple sentences and made them complex. We would add adjectives or adverbs, substitute words from a thesaurus, and then of course spell check. So when we do our rainbow writing, our projects actually come out a whole lot more sophisticated. And we have some samples for you. So this was a student in September. This actually came from his own portfolio. This is and he's done a reflection here at the bottom to tell you what he was thinking the day that he put this in. For my first writing sample, I didn't write much. I didn't know where I filed it on my computer anyway. This same student moved on to actually apply rainbow writing to his writing. And as you can see, the overall result has a definite structure. He himself was feeling much better about it, and here's his portfolio reflection. Proud of the writing because he's never done rainbow writing before, and he got this paragraph complete. This is a student we were particularly impressed with in September because he came to us using an Alpha Smart. He had completed this paragraph and his portfolio reflection. The last time I did this, I thought I did my best. Now I know I can do better. That same student produced a piece of rainbow writing that was graded in the regular classroom. I'm having a heck of a time with this mess. The teacher graded a level 3 on this particular piece. You can see all the color coding that went on in there. And then his actual reflection. I'm proud of the Princess Pigsty because it's one of the biggest paragraphs I did. I learned rainbow writing. The students then began applying rainbow writing to almost everything. Here is a really impressive piece of writing. You can see really clearly the format and the different parts of writing that the students are beginning to do automatically. Makes it really nice when I'm asking for an assignment to be able to say, I know it's not ready to come in because it doesn't look like a rainbow. Gives the students independence. Here's another piece. We're particularly impressed with this one because we've decided it's not really the length of a piece that makes the difference, it's the quality. And in this particular piece, we liked the gangster-like princess deceived the ravishingly hungry dragon. which is something that we thought anybody in a larger classroom would be impressed with. And this student took it upon himself to